Hello, hello. This is the English session we are talking about today, and I don't know what is the number. Yeah, but today's date is 13 March, 13th March 2021. Today's time is almost be like it's noon. So English session is being really important for me. Yeah, I always say in the beginning of the English session. Yeah, and right now it's just like what is like basic things to start. Yeah, why am I doing this? And it's kind of like a telling things like it's kind of like a really win-win situation if we are learning in English and we are explaining things in English. So it feels something really good. It feels something really productive inside you. So and that productive I want in my life. So that's why I'm doing this. So here it is. Here am I. So right now right now I completed the lesson number 3, module number 2, which is actually how the film is made, what is the who can make the film, and who are the character who make those films into the reality, and what is the challenges occurs and how things gonna work out. Yeah, so I understand those things, and feel so great, feel so knowledgeable after I know these things. So I also completed some of the tips and tutorial about Sony A7S III, how to create vertical videos. Yeah, so it's kind of like a really good. But first of all, it that uh, small tutorial tips need to be done after a several period of time or some sort of time that didn't have need to speak. So at that time we will talk about that. But first of all, we need to talk about this. What is the module number 2, lesson number 3? Okay. So first of all, what is the production house? What is the production company? Before I didn't really know what are all those things. I'm kind of like a really confused with the production house and studios. Yeah, because I think before I was before or I was think about the production house and studio are the same. Okay, but they are not the same. They are kind of like a different bodies. Okay, so what are the first of all we do need to understand about studios and production house. We do need to differentiate between them. A studio produce a film in general public, whereas video production company work for the other companies to help them produce their desired content in general studio as much as larger after acquire a corporate business configuration. What is exactly do you understand this thing? Okay, first thing, studio actually production house is actually is meant to be have such a creative people on that production house, and they can create multiple things like ad or short films or video for social media or anything. Okay, they are not fixed, they can make anything relate with the video. Okay, so when those production did something like that, so that is called production house. Okay, and studio is meant to be for a particular thing, like studio for YouTube studio, studio for serial, studio for film. Whatever they are doing only one thing, like they have to be filming a movie or uh, filming a YouTube content or filming a something like short film or it's just like they are kind of like their own, like whatever they are taking their decisions by their own. Okay, so and so basically these are the difference. Okay, actually if I want to if I want to sell some of the product I have, like I have this cool t-shirt, okay, and I need to sell this t-shirt, so I definitely need to advertise for this t-shirt. So how should I get contact? So you need to get contact with the production house, and you can tell that I have this product, and I want to make advertise on that product, and that's it. And another then how to sell and how to market is your job. It's not their job. Production means they are creating things that you relates with the video, like you want to add with this t-shirt, they can make ad with this t-shirt, they can do all this creative stuff relate with the t-shirt and how cool it is that and how it is really amazing, it all they can handle. Those are production. Okay, uh, but uh, marketing and any other and this ad will be published to any other social media or um, video or television. It is your job, it is not the production house job. Okay, so production house do only one thing relate with the video, like making a ad, and you are giving those ad in particular format, and that's it, their job is done. Okay, but as a studio has to be something really much bigger. They can handle, like they can create some sort of film or short film, and also they can market with also. It's kind of like a something really different. We don't get too much about marketing things. It's kind of like a something really bigger chapter in distribution. It's really big. We just need to get focus on just video. So just like if a company who can make ad, short film and whatever relate with the video, they are called production house. Okay, and if there is a company who can make just a film, like a movie or just a series, TV series, or just a television show, that is called studio. Okay, and production house can do anything, like they can do advertise to movie to short film, but actually production house has a really smaller budget. Okay, they can do everything in really smaller budget, but a studio has a really bigger budget and they can handle really bigger crew and bigger members, and they have really bigger things to do. So those are the main difference between studio and production house. So what is exactly production role, what they can do? Okay, production companies are responsible for development of filming of specific production or media broadcast. A film production company works on the process of producing video content for television, social media, corporate promotion, commercial, and other media related with the fields. Video production usually is involved in multiple aspects of all related video making, such as scripting, location, scouting, and logistics. Okay, this is obviously I can tell that production role has a really specific kind of role. They can only be focused on the video, like how we make this video for looks really good in every social media platform, or everyone who can like those thing. Okay, what are they are making, so those are role is a production role. Okay, so they can only relate with the content, or they can only relate with the video, like in the end we are getting just a video. Okay, with the creative stuff, like they are making some sort of really high-end graphics and really much more amazing, but they are giving you just a video about your product, your service, or your anything. Okay, what is a studio role, what is exactly they do? A film studio, also known as a movie studio or simply studio, is a major entertainment company or motion picture company that has its own privately owned studio facility that are used to make a film, which is handled by the production company. Major film studio will handle everything in house from production to distribution. For example, Star Wars 5 is an example of Disney. Okay. Uh, Studio, I already mentioned you. Studio is kind of like a really bigger thing. It's much bigger than the production house. Okay. So mostly, what is gonna happen? It's kind of like that. If you have a some sort of studio, that means they are kind of like a focusing on one thing. Like they have to make a particular TV series, so they are continue focus on the TV series. They are not going to any other and shoot anything. No. They are continue focus on TV series till in the end of the TV series. Okay. So that is called studio. Okay. So studio has a really bigger budget. Okay. And they can something really a much bigger set and really much bigger. Okay. Sometimes studio can hire production house. Okay. Higher, yeah, if they have a really more workload, so they hire a production house. Okay. But production house doesn't hire studio. Yes, because studio is kind of like really much bigger than it's kind of like an example, like you are hiring employee. Okay, you cannot hire a boss. Okay, so it's kind of like a really different. Okay, a boss can hire employee cannot hire a boss. Okay, just like employee say, I want this kind of boss in my life. No, it won't happen. Boss will find out that I need this employee. Yeah, so this is kind of like a thing. So there are the example. Yeah, I already mentioned you who is the boss and who is the employee. But still, is there like a Star Wars episode? Yeah, I didn't really watch Star Wars. I don't know about the Star Wars. Okay, what is this production house? Okay. Then we are talking about how to set up the production company. Yeah. If you want to be a production house, or if you want to be your production house, then what is the things do you need? Okay, first of all, choose a proper company name like Ashtavinayak Production House. Okay, draft the business plan, draft everything, like what can you shoot. Do you have a really high amount of contact that you can make commercial or something like that, or do you have a business plan, like what you will do after you get those production plan working. Hire attorney means a lawyer. Yeah, lawyer is a really important in the production because copyright cases most oftenly happen. So mostly whatever the you are doing is kind of like a free copyright media, or you are using some sort of material which is kind of like a free copyright or no copyright, or if you want to use some sort of material, so you need to ask a permission for that people and use those material. Okay, so having attorney is really important, which will sort out you in a really court case. Okay, because it oftenly happens such things. Okay, so having an attorney, it's really important. Incorporate with your business. Obviously, incorporate means try to contact with the people who need a production house for their service and product and anything. So you just like try to contact with them. Seek funding. Obviously, if you have a contact with the proper company there, then you will get funding also. Like you are kind of like doing a enhance their product, so that's why they are also paying you money. So obviously, yeah, you just need to find your client. That is most important. Get paperwork in order. Yes, you do need to get paperwork for all the detail, all the agreement, like whatever their money will offer, how they money will offer, and what is the money structure about this thing. Will you give it money at the first time, or just like first, second, or three slab something? So get paperwork on those things, because you are doing kind of like a really some sort of official job. Okay, so that's why you just need to be rely on the paper. Yeah, because in the production house there are so many things happen, bad things happen. So having a right paper, so if you have a proof for everything, like what can you do, what not to do. So yes, higher executive means like a director or producer. They are handling the creative stuff, like how do you make you advertise and anything, or buy some sort of gear or camera. Like hire accountant. Obviously accountant is really essential, because if you are doing, or if you are involving, if you are making some sort of production house, that means more and more people will join you. So in the end you have to pay them, money for their work. Okay, and I'm not talking about one or two people, there are multiple peoples, like 100 or 50. It's like so many, from camera to actor and location and scout and setting, and so many people involved on this thing. So all those things you need accountant. So yes, uh, purchase production insurance. Okay, you do need an insurance for everything. Okay, because everything happen when you are in the production house. It just like something always happen, bad thing happens, because there are the many production house. And if you have a really creative way to use, so people love it, but some people don't really love it, and they are kind of like really jealousing. So they are doing some sort of really bad way to down you on your market. So it's kind of like a really important having an insurance, that that your kind of thing is always remain same. Yes, same in all the situation. Yes, production proof and concept project. Yes, obviously having a proof for is this ad you can make it, and did you make it by yourself or something, people or involved on those things. So having a proof for all those things. Yes, build website and social media presence. Obviously having a production house, that means you just need to get contact with the lots of people. And how do you get the contact with the lots of people? Is just because of contact, having website and social media. It's kind of like a really good. How will make money with production house? Yeah, that is most important thing. Production company mail licensing agreement with the distributor, with the turn set release date, pay for marketing, and organize deal with the theater. Distribution right could be lease or based on profit sharing. It's rare for one company to be both the production company. And so how do you earn that money? It's basically really important. It's like um, having more and more client is really essential. Okay, if you have a client and they are definitely willing to pay you money for your content. Yes, but there are lots of things, like you are also licensing that content you already made, and you give it to the client, and client will broadcast to the social media and television also. So basically you are giving some sort of royalty to that production house. And production house will that is because of that the licensing. And like this has the ad we will make, and we have a permission to access, we have permission to sell those ad to the uh, TV and anything social media. So it's really important, and that is a way you earn. Yeah, but having more and more client is the only way to get profit. Yes, because it is kind of like a really difficult to do something like that. Yeah, so there are so many things, and right now we are talking about the film and what is film crew and what is exactly film crew and what does they do. So yes, first of all, we are talking about the producer. Who is the producer and what does he can do? So first of all, a film producer is a person who oversees the film production, either employed by production company or working independently. Producer plan and coordinate various aspects of film production such as selecting script, coordinating, writing, directing and editing and arranging finance. Okay, they are the multiple things. Yeah, uh, like producer who can invest money on your film. Yeah, in short, that is the only way. Okay. But there are the several things we do need to understand that he has to manage. He doesn't manage the team, but actually he needs to find out the funding, because funding is really important for him. Yeah, because he needs to pay to everyone. So yes. Then what is exactly executive producer? Yeah, who is the executive producer? The executive producer is at the top of the producer hierarchy. The producer answers to the executive producer about the film budget, and executive producer does not get involved with day-to-day production like producer does. Yes, executive producer is kind of like a bigger than producer. Yeah, unintentionally, he has. He's executive producer is kind of like a being really expert in everything. Yeah, the money is from the producer. Yeah, but having an executive producer, that means something like much bigger than the producer. Yeah, like he can understand the film and understand the crew, and it does not involve day to day. It does not involve in day to day what is exactly happen on the set. He does not involve on that thing because he doesn't essential. But important thing is that so important thing is that um, he the executive producer is always there, and always we find out and always be something. Right now I'm just like being tired of talking these things. Yeah, I do know those things and I will definitely talk about this, but I just being really bored at talking these things. I